DOL number 20. Let's check it out. Okay, so it says, Julie said, I is eager to read the French novel The Plague, but it's not in our library. Again, Julie said, I is eager to read the French novel The Plague, but it's not in our library. Okay, please copy that down, and then we'll go over it. I'm going to ask you this right now. What are the only two words that Julie did not say out loud? That is correct. She didn't say Julie said. So how do I differentiate that from what she did say? The first thing I do is I put a comma after the words Julie said. That shows me that she did not say what I'm about to put in quotation marks. Sorry, I had a brain freeze there. So first things first, let's quotate let's put quotes where she spoke. So it goes before the I, and then it goes after the library. All right, is everybody with me so far? Excellent. So we're saying by putting these quotation marks that the rest of this sentence she said out loud. So let's see it. Julie said, I is eager to read the French novel The Plague, but it's not in our library. All right, let's fix up the rest of this. Now, firstly, we're going to capitalize Julie, of course. That's her name. Excellent. Now, the next thing, there's a couple other words in this sentence that we need to capitalize. Yes, we capitalize French because it's the name of a language or a nationality. Also, we capitalize the name of the novel, The Plague. Now, remember, what do we do with things that are longer? Do we put them in quotation marks or underline them? Remember, novels are long. It takes a long time to write and a long time to read. That is correct. Long things get underlined. So I underlined The Plague. It's very important. Excellent. Let's continue. There's still one more word in here that needs to be capitalized. Does anybody know what it is? Of course, it's the singular I. And there's two reasons why that gets capitalized. One, because it's a singular I. We always capitalize singular I's. Also, because it's the first thing that Julie said. So it's the beginning of her sentence. So let's continue. Julie said, I is eager? Absolutely not. I am eager. He or she is eager, but I am eager. Notice eager is misspelled. It's E-A-G-E-R. Very good. Clearly, read is misspelled. Does anybody know what that spelling of read is good for? It's actually two things. Any musicians out there are going to know right away that a reed, R-E-E-D, is what you put into a clarinet or a saxophone. It's a woodwind instrument, and you blow through the reed to make the noise. Also, anybody who does any hiking or anything in swamps or whatnot knows that reeds are giant weeds that come up to your waistline normally. But if we're talking about reading a book or a story, it would be R-E-A-D, of course. The French novel, The Plague, but it's not in our library. A couple more things that are misspelled. Look through the sentence. What do we see that's misspelled? Clearly, library is misspelled. All right, but let's go through the sentence some more. Julie said, I am eager to read the French novel, The Plague, but it's not in our library. Did you hear that I have a pause in that sentence? Where was that pause? After the word plague. Excellent. So let's put a comma after that. Please make sure you do not underline the comma. Remember, the underline is only for the novel, not the comma. The comma is part of the sentence. It's not part of the title of the novel. Let's continue. But it's not in our library. What's wrong with it's? Somebody tell me. Correct. It needs the apostrophe because we're saying it is not in our library. There are times when the word it's does not have an apostrophe, but now is not one of those times because we're saying it is not in our library. Fantastic. And lastly, I need a period at the end of the sentence. Where should that period go? Remember, it goes inside the quotation marks because it's part of this sentence. We don't put it outside, we put it inside. So let's see. Julie said, comma quotes, I am eager to read the French novel, The Plague, comma, but it's not in our library. I believe we got everything on this sentence. Let's take a look. Julie said, I am eager to read the French novel, The Plague, but it's not in our library. Notice I made a mistype when I typed this bottom sentence. Somebody please tell me what's missing on the bottom sentence. It's very important. That is correct. I need to put a comma after said. So let's do that right now. So I have Julie said, I am eager to read the French novel, The Plague, but it's not in our library. Make sure you guys and girls get that down correctly, please. We have everything correct. Julie is capitalized. We capitalized the I. We fixed eager. We fixed read. We capitalized French. We capitalized and underlined The Plague. We have a comma after the underlining. Make sure it's not underlined. We fixed its. So it's saying it is not in our library. Of course, we fixed the spelling of library. And lastly, we have the period inside the quotation marks. Really fantastic job today, guys and gals. Very fantastic.